Okay guys, it's TG here. I'm going to do a quick video for you, a tutorial on what are keywords and why do you use keywords and what it would be the difference between keywords and tags. And so just very quickly, right now I'm in my Empower Network site. I'm involved in a few different businesses. Empower Network is one of them. So as you can see here, we're going to get out of easy mode. If you're in Empower Network, you know what I'm talking about. If you have a WordPress dashboard or a blogging system, you're going to have the same kind of a look here for the most part. You'll have some differences, but I've got a couple of different WordPress sites that I use. But you want to get out of easy mode, okay? And we're just going to go over here and we're going to say, we're going to add a new post. And I want to show you some things about some keywords, and I may actually go to an old post to show you a few things. But one of the most frustrating things for me learning how to blog was to understand the whole process of the keyword and what made it stick and what gave you search engine optimization. And so basically the title is extremely important. So let's say your title is, how to make money on the internet, and that's not how you spell money. And so basically it's very, very important that you do a keyword search in your keyword tool, the Google AdWords keyword tool. What you're going to do with that, and I'll do another video in a little while on exactly how to find out if a keyword makes sense to use, okay? But when you do that search, you want to make sure that it's getting about 300,000 plus searches per I'm trying to say this right. I think it's 300,000 searches per month, exact searches. So in other words, make money could be your keyword. Make money on the internet could be your keyword. How to make money on the internet could be the whole entire keyword. You may choose the word money for your keyword. But the fact is that money is searched often, which is great. It's got a lot of searches, a lot of hits. But the fact is you've got a lot of competition. The word money or even make money is going to be in a lot of websites. I'm talking millions. And so if that's the case, you're up against that kind of competition. So we'll go into that later in another tutorial. So if you just hang with me, I will put that out and show you exactly how to choose your keyword and the smartest way to choose it. So let's say that the keyword we decide to use here is going to be make money, okay? So that's our keyword. Now, why do we have a SEO keyword and then we have tags? In my opinion, this is the most efficient way to do this. I use a lot of different tags that I've used in the past. I'm going to choose the most used tags. You know what? In my body of what I write, I might have advertising, I might have home-based business, how to make money online fast and free, different things like this. Of course, I'm going to have MCA in there. I'm going to have my website, mcahq.info. Success is one I use a lot. Supplemental income, whatever it is you're going to be writing about, you want to put keywords that are actually in your, or tags, excuse me, tags that are actually, and they'll come up here, that are in the body of what you actually type, okay? Now, this is where it can get a little bit confusing. When you first come into Empower Network and or any WordPress blog, you do not have that second line up here. Why? Because it has the kitchen sink. You want to actually show the kitchen sink, and when you do, you'll see all these other options. When I first started, nobody's telling you what to do, and I'm going, you're asking me to underline, and I'm trying, but all I have is a strike through. Well, that's because underline was over here in the kitchen sink, okay? So here's an underline, here's some of you can change your colors, things of that nature. Very, very important tool right here. I'm going to go to a blog in a second that I've done and show you why this is so important. Heading 1 is right here. Okay, so you don't need a number 1 header. But when you publish your blog, after you publish it, if you're in here in Empower Network, it'll challenge you and it'll say, you know what, you have not done a header, a number 1 header, or header 2, or header 3 for that matter. It wants at least header 2, header 3, 1, 2, and 3 with your keyword in it. Well, how do you do that? Once you say you've written your blog and you come down here and at some point you want to have your keyword in a sentence and or a header, and you want to highlight it. So we're going to say, let's just say that we've typed, okay, just for matter of hypothetically speaking, I've already typed a whole body worth of stuff, and now my cursor is below, okay, what I've typed, and I've got more to go, but I'm going to make a header on the next paragraph, and the header is going to say, how to make, if I could type today, to make money on the internet using, of Craigslist. Okay, so if that's the case and I put that on there, here's my keyword, right? So what I'm going to do though is I'm not going to make that the header. I'm going to take the entire thing and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to click heading 2. And you notice how it made it bigger. That's when you know that you got it. Another way you know you got it is when you get off of this, it goes back to paragraph. When you click your cursor on it, it says heading 2. Now, do not bold this, underline it, or italicize it. If you do, it will remove the header to standing. Now, all you're doing is telling the search engines that you're pointing them to that this is my keyword, this is my over and over, okay? And use your keyword at least 5 times throughout your post, if not more. Now, any other time when it's not in a header, you can bold one of them, then type on and make money somewhere else throughout your post, and then italicize that one and keep on going and make money somewhere else throughout your post and underline that one. That way you've got one that's bolded, one that's italicized, one that's underlined. All these things point the search engine directly to, hey, my blog post here is about making money. And so when somebody does a search, it knows to look for your blog post to pop up when somebody is searching making money on the internet. These are just a few brief things that I want to show you just real quickly in this. And so let me go to one that has already been published that I've done here. We're going to leave the page here. We're going to go on to a published blog. It'll take just a second. And I'll show you kind of some of the headers and things like that. So let's go to this one right here, how to get free hot leads. And that's actually was my entire keyword, how to get free hot leads. Now, why didn't you just say free leads? Why free hot leads? I'll show you that in another tutorial, but that has to do with your keyword search and trying to make the balance between how many searches are done a month and how many people are out there as competition in their websites with exactly that wording. And so here's what I've got, how to get free hot leads, and this one's actually italicized, and I kind of wish it wasn't. But what we're going to do here is actually, so you see this entire post here, I've got the words throughout the entire blog post, and this is actually one I did when I was trying to learn some of this stuff. But and here we are again, right here. Here we are again, just making sure that I bold and underline them. Here is a header, and I don't think those headers are being as successful as they could be right now. We're going to go back to the dashboard. We're going to look up this post, and I'm going to show you a couple of things I need to do to actually fix this. And why it did that, I have no idea. Alright, I guess it logged me out when I left the site. So we're going to log back in, and let's go to posts. We're going to go all posts. I'm just about to wrap this up, guys, for now. We'll continue on in the near future with some more. Alright, I'm going to edit this one because I want to just take a look at this, and I want to show you that your header will actually mess up. You want to get as high a score as possible here with all of this, and there's a few things that are tough about getting these to activate. Okay, I don't have an H2 tag. Watch this. I'll get an H2 tag real quick by taking this and getting rid of the bold, the italicized, and the underline. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that. Now, when I click on that, it says heading 2. All right, and let's see, I'm gonna get off that. We're at paragraph. When I click back to it again, heading 2. So it does think that that's a heading 2. Okay, one way you can tell is to highlight that and then click the heading 2. If it gets smaller, you just lost it. Now it's highlighted still. Click heading 2 again, it's back. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to now notice here it says you do not have an H2 tag containing your keyword. This is what points the search engines to your blog. I'm going to update this, and this is now going to go away, and it's going to be a check mark. So after it's done updating and refreshing here, now I have an H2 tag containing my keyword. The question for me was, what in the world is an H2 tag? Well, now I know, and I want to show you and make this easy for you, okay? For some reason, that tag just changed. And we're going to highlight that again and make sure it's an H2. Alright, there we go. I somehow erased that H2 tag when I pulled that up there. Okay, so we're still H2 here. Now we're going to go down here, and we're going to do H3. We need to get rid of all this other mess on it. It does say heading 3, and I understand that, but you don't. It's not recognizing it. Too much going on, I guess. And so I'm going to eliminate all that, and we're going to click on heading 3. It's going to get smaller. That means it's not anymore. It's actually in a format mode. Then we click on heading 3 again to make sure that we're good. We are heading 3, and if I go down here and I update, you're going to see this go away and be a check mark that you do have heading 3 with your keyword in it. And there we go. Now look at my score, just climbing up. Keyword density is 0.75%. Listen, I wouldn't pay a whole lot of attention to this. Google really likes WordPress's system. It recognizes it. You'll see it used a lot in a lot of websites, a lot of places. So my suggestion is get as much as you can on these taken care of. Don't worry so much about this, but get 5 or more of your keyword set throughout your blog. That's very, very important. So I'm going to make that all for now, so I don't drive you guys nuts with too much information. I like to try to do the training for the dummies, and I don't mean that anybody's a dummy, but you've seen the book, you know, the How To for Dummies. When I got involved in this, it was so frustrating because it was hard to get training. I want to be able to train the simple things. Okay. By the way, you have your keyword bolded, you have your keyword italicized, you don't have one underlined. I've got plenty of them underlined. There's a reason why that is not triggering yet, and I'll show you that in another video. So look for part 2 of the blogging keyword post. Alright, we'll see you guys.